Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
But let's start with another return that could mean, maybe even more, which is Terrence Shannon Jr. In for Illinois. And they looked amazing today. Just blew the doors off of Rutgers. And let's just give you a very quick timeline of the Terrence Shannon Jr. situation for Illinois. So he was suspended from the team on December 28th following an arrest for a rape charge stemming from an event that took place in Kansas back on September 9th. His legal team immediately filed a temporary restraining order, which is a TRO, against the University of Illinois. And they said that Shannon's current and future earnings would face irreparable harm from the suspension and argued that he's innocent until proven guilty and should be allowed to play as the process in court continues to play out. The judge that was hearing that case sided with Terrence Shannon Jr.'s side last Friday, agreeing that his NIL is worth very little if he's not on the basketball court, and his draft position will continue to plummet. He was then immediately reinstated to full student athlete status. Illinois was eligible to play today against Rutgers. He will continue to be eligible moving forward unless or until something definite is decided in court. Obviously, his legal case has not been resolved. He is due back in court in Kansas on February 23rd for that preliminary hearing, where the victim side will have their chance to present evidence and arguments against him. So that is the latest on the Terrence Shannon Jr. situation. It came off the bench, got the standing ovation today, and Illinois rolled. Obviously, separate of the legal issues, which none of us on this panel are qualified to talk about. RC, how pivotal is this return for an Illinois team that was really treading water even without him to get him back, for what seems like will be the stretch run?
When he was out earlier, my concern was just them being able to take the show on the road, and I thought they always went at home. And getting him back, I think it's going to be damn near impossible to win in Champaign. I think he's the best wing getting downhill in transition and finisher in college basketball. I don't think it's even close. You saw that even tonight. I thought he struggled. Timing was off, what you expect. Struggled. Took a couple bad shots, I thought, from behind the arc. Three ball wasn't there. But just getting there, getting to the rim, drawing fouls. He shot the 10 free throws or so. You see what he brings, getting in the passing lanes, being disruptors defensively. They're back at it. They're back now. Now, if as he gets further in shape and gets back into things, I think Illinois can be right there, and they can challenge Purdue. I still think Purdue wins the Big Ten, but I think before I thought it was Wisconsin and a runaway for second. Now I think Illinois is right there.
John, how high are you on this Illinois team with Terrence Shannon Jr. back in the fold for at least another month?
Yeah, I mean they looked good without him, better than we expected, and that almost I think might have helped them from a confidence perspective to be playing so well without him. And then he comes back and infuses his game. I always laugh. I tell my boys all the time, I'm like, yo, he's supposed to be playing at least on a two-way contract. Like, he looks like a pro out there. Like Archie said, he's getting to the line, he's drawing fouls, he's bigger than everybody, faster than everybody, strong. Like, he's a pro. So for them to get a pro back, playing at that level, the sky's the limit for this team. Hopefully whatever happens, it shakes out. What's best for him. But if he can stay and play throughout this season and into the tournament, man, this is probably one of the more scary teams coming down the stretch.
RC, I was going to ask, in a year, where it just doesn't, like, there's a bucket, right, of teams that we believe, should sort of be, ahead above the rest. But in a year where there's not just that one team, if you ask 10 different people who the best team in college basketball is, you'll probably get 10 different answers. Why not Illinois? I mean, why not this team with TSJ in the fold, not just in the Big Ten, but, for the NCAA tournament, for everything?
Oh, I'm right there with you. If he's there, I mean, I've never had a doubt that he was there. I thought the issue was, disregarding just basketball. We're talking. I mean, we've already addressed the legal issues that he's dealing with. If he can stay focused and just get back to playing basketball, and a lot of times when you're involved in anything, let alone something of this magnitude, then the court becomes your sanctuary. You just get there and want to focus on playing basketball. So this team is tough. They're well coached. Other guys have stepped up. Without him, some thought they would even fall apart. I knew they'd win at home. I thought they'd have issues on the road, and that was the case. But
Yep.
with him there back now, I if they stay healthy with the with the options that they provide and having guys and like Harmon stepping up off the bench tonight. Today they're going to be a tough out, and they're going to be right there in the mix of things. I mean, they defend, they make shots, they just got matchup out. They play bully ball. I mean, they really just bully dudes, and so when you got a type of experience and you got guys like that, they're going to be there. I have no question. Like I said, just dealing with the distraction. They've already dealt with that and shown us that they can deal with distractions. This team did. Having him back, you could tell it was almost like they were just super welcoming to him. He was excited to be out there. Aside from like we talked about the legal stuff that he's dealing with, man. I mean, it was just what we expected from Terrence Shannon Jr. I mean, just coming there and just affecting the game in different ways.
Last thing on this, we'll move on to some other Big Ten topics. But John, again, I mean, both you guys obviously played at a high level, but just the morale piece of it, right? Like you lose him, whether he's guilty or innocent, right? I mean, the thought, 2 or 3 weeks ago was that he's not coming back based on just the legal process. But the morale when you do get the news, like how powerful is that, knowing that you're getting him back in the fold, again, for at least the next month?
Yeah, the first team All-American coming back off the bench. I mean, as a team, we can't be more excited. And then from a personal standpoint, college, man, you living with guys. I mean, you become a family. I am far more closer than all my college teammates than my professional teammates. So, just having him around, he's probably going through a tough time as well. Having that support, man. When he came in the game, see his teammates kind of hug him, and when he went in, that's got to be a good feeling. And I think that's why they played well today. Even more, man, like just getting their guy back and happy to see him smiling because, like RC said, man, it does become your sanctuary as a team and as an individual. And as far as the team and where they can go, I think we're kind of from history, right? We believed in them every year, then they kind of show us not to believe in them. So I think everyone's kind of scared to really get on the bandwagon here, but they're legit. And if this is their window, if they don't do anything this year,
yep.
I think this is the best chance they have within the next 4 to 5.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to stay on the bandwagon, though, John, because this would normally rip a team apart, right? Yeah. Something like this happening to not many teams can lose a first team All-American and then play as well as they did and hold it down, and then he gets back. So I think there's something different about this Illinois team.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.